Guys, so I'm here with a Deadpool look. I found that the pictures I've been seeing for the new Deadpool movie that's coming out in 2016, I don't really like how they're doing the adaptation of his makeup. So I wanted to go for it's a cross between like realism and how he looks in the comic books. So this is the Deadpool Unmasked look, and so I used a reference picture of Deadpool from the comic books, and then I just tried to make it look a little bit more realistic, like he did have some sort of flesh-eating bacteria disease. So if you want to know how to get this look, then keep watching. Thanks.
Hey guys, so the first step to this is to tape down your ears. I did this because I wanted to add cotton on top of my ears to give them a mangled and diseased look. This isn't necessary to your look, but my ears stick out a bit, so I decided it would be a good step to start with. Now this bald cap. This was my first attempt at making a bald cap, and as you can probably tell, it didn't turn out perfectly, but it came out well enough for me to do the look, and it took so long that I went with it. So how I created this was I stippled liquid latex onto a mannequin head. My main problem was that the mannequin head was too small for my head, so it ended up not going far enough in the back to cover my hair, and as you can see on my right side there, it doesn't actually properly cover all my hair. So the right side of my head didn't end up looking that great for pictures, but after I created the base of the bald cap, I added cotton and more liquid latex to create that texture that you see on top of it. And I'll show you that technique later on my face in this video. And then I pre-painted it beforehand just to save me time and to make it a little easier because it's hard to paint on your face. Right now, I'm just applying the bald cap. So I'm doing that with liquid latex to attach it. And then I'm going to be going in with a little bit of cotton just to blend out the edges a bit because they obviously were not perfect. I didn't film the process of making the bald cap just because it took so long and I went through a lot of errors and a lot of trial to try and get to where it is right now. Ooh, dropped liquid latex on myself right there. So yeah, just continue to rip tiny little strips of cotton and place them along the line of where your bald cap ends. If you wanted to go out and buy a bald cap, you could do that and then just create this technique on top of a pre-made bald cap. I just wanted to try my hand at making one, and it didn't turn out perfectly, but it was good enough for pictures. Now, you just want to take sections of cotton and you're going to attach them to your ear using liquid latex. And this is just going to create a little bit of texture, like I said, to make it look a little mangled up. Now, I tried a different technique on the other ear using pre-dried pieces of latex, and it didn't work, which is why I don't show you that technique. Now, I'm taking liquid latex and I'm stippling it all over my face. This is later going to help enhance the texture on the face. I don't know if I showed it, but I ripped tiny little holes in the liquid latex just to make it look like my skin was peeling away and falling off. Once that's dry, you can take little strips of cotton and make them into rings on your face. And these are going to help make it look like your flesh is decaying and starting to fall off. So this technique is super simple. Just rip off a tiny bit of cotton and apply it to your face, and then blend down the edges with a little bit more latex. So for the next step, I just took a really pale foundation, which happens to be my regular foundation, and applied it all over my face over the cotton just to blend all those colors together. This part isn't super important to make nice. You just have to kind of blend in the cotton with the rest of your skin. And as you can see, I continued the look onto my neck. You don't have to do that, especially if you're wearing a higher necked costume, but I just wanted to blend it down a little bit. Now I'm taking a dark red color and placing it around my eyes. These are just cream paints that I'm using. And I'm going to use this to make it a little bit more cartoony and stylized because he does have those big red patches around his eye. But then I go in with a cotton bud, which is a great tool for blending out cream makeup, and a sponge to just blend out the colors and make it look a little bit softer. And then I take some black and a really dark brown eyeshadow and put that all over my face in patchiness and just on the edges of where the cotton is now dried. And this helps to blend it into the bald cap and also create some texture and make it look more like the skin is dead. I'm then going to go in and blend all those colors together with a slightly bigger brush, just to make it look a little bit more natural and less patchy. Now I'm taking that red cream makeup again and putting it in all of the little wounds that I made. That includes the ones that I made with cotton and the ones where I just picked at the latex to create tiny little texture spots. And I'm taking a combination of a bright red as a base and then putting darker reds around the outside to give it some depth. And then I go in with a red eyeshadow around the edges to make the areas look more irritated and a little grosser. You can add fake blood into these spots. I ended up adding fake blood later for the pictures, and it really does help enhance the look. Also, just make sure that anything that you're doing to your face, you're doing to your ear as well, and if you haven't already done it to your bald cap, put those colors onto your bald cap as well. And I just went around my eyes with a little bit of black, just to give them some darkness, and blended all of that out. The last step is to put that green, lime greeny color on your lip. This is just based on the reference picture I had. It looks like he's drooling, or maybe it's barf or something, but it's hanging out of his lip. And finally, I just have some pictures for you guys because the colors weren't really coming out that great on my camera. But as you can see, with the blood added, the wounds look a lot better. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.